What up, family? Long time no speak. Honestly, it was my intention to keep these field notes really going. Excuse me. Having a bad habit while I talk. It was my intent, but here lately I've been really swept up in action, which is freaking awesome. Which is why I want to come back and broadcast out to those of y'all who may be kind of stuck in somewhere in the valley of indecision. I was just reading on Facebook and I saw a quote about Elon Musk. If y'all don't know who that is, probably should check him out. He's a really interesting cat, part of Tesla Motors, SpaceX, all this, leading edge technology based stuff. And it really brought something to mind I've been thinking about lately. And for a long time, from studying government conspiracy to all this and that and that and this, I think I got an idea that wasn't serving me, which may or may not be true, that there is some sinister force or whatever trying to keep us as humanity locked down. And I've had this thought here lately that, well, for myself personally, when I'm growing as a human and expanding my awareness and what it is that I perceive reality is, sometimes I perceive that maybe it almost seems like I'm getting a little worse sometimes, when in actuality I think what's happening is I'm just becoming aware of what it is that I've been doing for a long time. So it's really exaggerated. My sense of my wrongness gets really exaggerated when I'm on the path to correcting myself, because then I become aware of what I was previously denying. So it's not actually that I'm getting worse, it's that I'm getting better, but realizing how long I've been in a state of disarray in my own, and I'm starting to look now at the global perspective. Like, what we just hit Syria with 60 missiles yesterday, and I see a lot of people are upset about that, and no doubt, that's something to be upset about, but that's not uncommon for the MO of how our planet operates as warlords and what have you. But the point I guess I'm trying to get at, and this is something that I'm enacting personally, which is why I haven't had time to sit here and make videos and talk, because I've been running my mouth for a long damn time and I'm tired of running my mouth. It's time to do what I can. When I look at Syria getting bombed, or the joke of Trump as a president, even any of that, it brings a sense of powerlessness with it. So I'm looking at, what can I do? What can I make happen with what power that I do have? And I have to start locally before I can really think globally. So that's what I'm doing. I'm boiling all of my life back down to zero, so that I can basically kind of reevaluate my entire situation, figure out what's true to me, and move forward from there. Because for a long time, I don't know about y'all, but I committed to a lot of shit that I committed to it in a state of ignorance. And it's been hard to follow through because, good God, man, that's enough about me. Back to you. Do you know how powerful you are? Do you know what the human being is? I don't. But I know that we are a lot more than just supposed to be some slave culture of people generating numbers. Can't you feel that? Yeah, and then you could look at that and say, oh, it makes me powerless. What can I do about it? Boo, 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 boo. No, boo, boo, boo. You could do all kinds of shit about it. Sit and meditate. Get to know. On the temple walls was written, man, know thyself. Man, not masculine. Man as in human. Know thyself. Why was that written on the temple walls? Well, think about that for a moment. If that's what's written on the ancient initiate, the temples of the initiate and the wise people, well, that should give you an indication of what's missing. Do you know yourself? What does it mean to know yourself? What does that actually mean? Are there facets of you haven't even bothered to consider? Are you stuck in your thoughts all the time? Are you stuck in your ranting mind? Do you know that there's fucking layers to our being? That you can tap into all kind of other shit. But that's a personal thing. There's all kind of other people out there to make all kind of other videos to explain the nuts and bolts of this. That's not what I'm in it for. I'm not here to debate or I'm just here to just keep spreading my little part of the good word. Now, I'm tempted to think personally, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I'm tempted to think that I'm tempted to believe, and I'm tempted to follow that we are all connected to our creator. And there's only one creator. I don't care about the politics of religion that want to divide people. There can only be one source. It's just follow the trail back in your own being. You'll see it for yourself. But seriously though, I mean, I wasn't meditating for a long time. I was drinking my sorrows away, trying to avoid the path. But the path is out here and it's accessible for all of us. It's in books. You can meditate. You could do this and that. Well, you might say to yourself, how is me meditating going to help Syria who just got bombed? Or how is that going to help this or that or that or this? Well, how the hell would you know unless you tried? Because what's the other alternative? Rallying in the streets? Did that get any of our elders or our forefathers anywhere? Didn't seem like it does. Didn't seem like it did. Here's the idea that I'm messing with, is maybe the world is actually getting better. And that's why we feel such an exaggerated sense of the wrongness of what's going on, because it's not necessarily maybe that it's getting worse, but actually that it's getting better and we're becoming aware of how bad it's always been. But I'll tell you, like I'm telling myself, don't use that to be a complainer. I bitch plenty, but do more. Yeah, I'm talking right now, but that's all I can do through cyberspace to speak to y'all when I'm not personally available for a lot of interactions right now. But for me, I am learning to walk this talk. That's what makes a difference. You want to make a difference in the world? Explore your inner space. Find out what you are. You can read books all you want to help you to get insight into, but you have to find your own personal truth if you want to find your own personal power. And that's how we can help change the situation. Find your personal power. Fuck Trump. Fuck Clinton. Fuck world leaders. That's their problems. That's not my problems until somebody makes it otherwise. What I can do is what I can do. And I would love to encourage y'all to adopt a similar policy. Even if you're not going to stick with it, try it. Go inside yourself to find what you are. And then maybe you can help affect change in this chaotic, sick world. And ultimately I'm talking about mental health, but I'm still sitting here degrading my physical self with cigarettes because there is disharmony between my minds, but I'm learning. Life is humbled to where I stay learning. And I invite that. This video really didn't turn out the way I intended. It really just turned into another rant. But like I said, there's a host of other people who can tell you all the details of all this shit, and that's not what I'm here for. I'm just putting my little 2 cents in. And it is coming from love. I really do love each and every one of you. But it's funny though, because the more compassion I tap into, the actual less I can have people really close to me. Look within yourself. Look within yourself to find the truth. Man, know thyself. And that truth will set your ass free if you're willing to put in the work. Please, those of you who have watched this far, obviously, it's not because you want to just sit here and watch me smoke a cigarette. It's because you know there's something to it. Dig into, read the books, watch the YouTube videos, lectures, seminars. There's people breaking it all down. But if you're not whole, then none of it's really gonna click anyway. But it can light the fire under your ass to get it in motion. Where's the camera? You who has watched this far. It's your job to help fix this world. Stop. Do what you can. Stop worrying about what you can't. Serenity prayer. Courage to change the things that I can, the serenity to accept the things I cannot, and the wisdom to know the difference. Now, all these distractions out here with these damn phones, with the Trumps and the Facebooks and everything is trying to keep your attention outside of yourself. Why? Because if you looked inside yourself and found the truth of who you were, these parasites wouldn't have power over you anymore. That's my rant for the day. I love y'all very much. I'm gonna do a few of these here and there just to keep it in motion, but in reality I've become more focused on the walk than on the talk. And I love y'all, and for whatever it's worth and whatever couple of y'all dig these videos, man, more power to you. Look within yourself. I'm nothing. Sometimes I feel like a pompous ass doing these videos, like who the hell are you to be telling people how to think or what to feel? But damn it, it's time. Y'all know it's time. It's time for a change. Change is upon us. Be a part of it. Be a part of it. Get with the movement, man, or don't. But, you know, whatever. I'm doing what I can. That's it. And this is a very minuscule part of it. This is just gum flapping, but just broadcasting from my own fire. Anyway, I love y'all, family. Take care. I'll come back at you with some more eventually. And love and light to every one of you. We're in a time of great change. The more you resist it, the harder it's going to be on you. Those crazy thoughts and crazy feelings running around in your being. There's a remedy to all of this. I am certain of that. What it is, well, that's what I'm working on in the walk. So much for the talk. Love y'all, fam.